satisfaction without the fight. A man has limits, oh, so they say, but I never listen. Did it my way. I'm gonna take what's mine. I paid my dues. I dare you to walk a mile in these shoes. The beat in my soul just keeps getting louder. Give me some of that power.
So you're scheduled to leave in 3 days. You wake up on Tuesday. What's that day about? Like, what's the mission? What do you guys got to do?
I truly cannot remember that morning. I don't even know what that morning was like. I just know immediately after that week, I don't even know if like we ate dinner for Valentine's Day. Like I truly cannot remember. I just know after that, we didn't even hire a lawyer for him at that point. All we knew at that point was we need to find some source of income. Because at this point, they like take every money out of his account. We're like dead broke. We need to figure out some sort of security to pay our bills, and like then we can move forward. So immediately after that, I sell like all of my jewelry, like everything that I've ever had in my life. Like, like it was kind of crazy. Sold all of my jewelry, and then, you know, I'm pressuring him like to start this business because I'm already like manifesting. I'm like doing everything in my power to prepare myself to start a business. And at that point, I wanted like a cafe, like a breakfast joint, like a juice spot. Like I wasn't like Hollow Bombs was not in the works. And even though like I seen the amount of money that he could pull in while doing the Hollow, I was definitely engaged. But that's not what I wanted to do. But at this point, I just was like, we need to do anything. We need to do something. So we start that. And even at that point, after we started the business, I wasn't fully engaged in getting a lawyer because I was more fixated on finding financial security to pay for our bills, to pay for our house, our utilities, and keeping this business running. That was like my main priority. And then also we definitely was figuring out some type of engagement for the family to gather for a wedding. And then in the midst of doing all of that, there was a lot of drama coming from Sam's side of the family, like his baby mama, like, and you know, his siblings. It was just really, and at this point in time, we was trying to like stay strong to support each other with what we was enduring. And we found that getting married would just kind of like make things better for us because we didn't know what was happening. We didn't know if they was immediately coming to get him. We didn't know nothing. They didn't say, okay, Sam, I'm going to leave you tonight, but I'm going to come back in 2 weeks. We're going to arrest you in 2 months. You're going to go to jail for 8 years on this day. Like we had no idea what was happening. They didn't even say like why they released him. They didn't tell me. So my mind and my priorities was somewhere else. Obviously, getting married to solidify our relationship and definitely starting the business and just keeping our relationship strong for the most part because of the uncertainty.
Right. That was you trying to bring some stability to such an unstable, unknown circumstance. Mm-hmm. Okay. So how long after the arrest did you guys wait before you told people what happened? Because no one has to know at this point, right? Like no one knew.
Yeah, so they didn't say like you can't tell anybody. They didn't say stuff like that. But immediately the day that Sam got arrested, I got a call from my ex that day and was like, "Hey, is everything okay? I heard what happened to Brada." Like he referred to Sam as Brada. And I was like, at this point, I didn't know shit. So at this point, he knows more than I do.
So you get a call from your ex.
Yeah.
After you found out Sam was at Kona police station,
Yes.
but before they raided your house.
Yes. Well, they didn't raid the house, right? We met there.
Yeah.
I allowed them in,
So but before they got there?
Yeah. It was still in the daytime. It was before I even met them. It was before we even drove in as a convoy to my house. Like he called me telling me, like, "Hey, how are you? Is everything okay? I heard what happened to Brada." And I'm like,
how did he find out?
To be honest, it has to be some police officer in that police station. Some police officer, some CRU, vice, whatever they're referred to as, somebody that was like, "Hey, your ex's boyfriend is in the police station right now. Whatever." And same exact way as how I called my friend to get information, right?
Yeah.
That's how fast the fucking news travels through the police station. It's their own police leaking out information that shouldn't be leaked out, and that's how shit gets out. So that's what happened.
So he's the first one to find out that was your ex.
So he's the first to contact me and let me know that he knows, of all people, right? My ex that I have children with.
And then who's the next person to find out?
I don't really know. That's like the one that stood out to me.
But the rest were you guys telling people?
No, I really wasn't saying anything because at this point it's like very embarrassing. It's like I'm trying not to even, I'm pretending it doesn't exist at this point. Because right now I'm starting a business and right now I don't need that at this point. I'm trying to stay focused and I'm trying to generate income to take care of my household.
So how long before you guys told your family?
We didn't.
No
I
way.
didn't. And he did not.
Did they find out from you guys?
So I believe one of his aunts called him or something and was like, "I need to come and talk to you," and to where I believe she came to the house and she shared with him like one of her husband's friends who's a cop told them that it was like a whole made up story though. Like he did get busted from the police, but what the information that was given to them wasn't accurate.
Right. It was just like Coconut Wireless. It was like the telephone game. Wireless.
Yeah. It was like cocaine and money and like, it was like way like.
Right. So it was enough truth for you to know that somebody talked that knew what happened, but enough off that you realize that they're also just filling in gaps and that it went through a few people before it got to them.
I don't really care about what people say. Like it does not affect me, but Sam definitely loses sleep over it. So, there would be nights where he's stressing about it, like now his whole family is going to know, because even if like somewhere in the conversation was like, "Don't say anything, like I want to be the one to say," like he knew at some point everybody was going to know, and sure enough, that's exactly how it happened.
Sam had mentioned that at some point the news got a hold of it. How long after him
Yeah,
getting
so
busted?
that happened when we both got indicted on October of 2020.
Oh, okay. So 8 months after he gets busted, you guys get indicted. So up until then, you guys had no idea. Nobody told you what to expect, when you were going to hear from him. When's the next time you hear from a federal agent, you or Sam?